You know what frustrates me the most, and it's my last time speaking on this. Jalen Brunson, to me, is not a point guard. He's not. Because he can hold on to the ball and make good decisions sometimes, he's deemed fit to be a point guard. Like we don't have the Rondos or the Keep Chasing Kids or the Steve Nashes no more. Okay, Shea is not a point guard. Brunson is not a point guard. Trae Young is not a point guard. Kyrie is not a point guard. And it's not about them all per se, but it's just how the evolution of the point guard has crumbled, right? But every single possession, Brunson tries to be the hero, and it doesn't work. Like you're trying to be Melo 2.0, because you know how far that got him. And again, this is not me bashing Melo. I still don't think Melo's a Hall of Famer, but it is what it is. But he can be in the top 50 greatest players of all time. He could be in that category, but I don't view him as a Hall of Famer. Brunson has to make better decisions with the ball. You're a point guard, or as Paul Pierce used to call it, you're a combo guard for a reason. Make the better adjustments, make the better reads. Stop playing ISO basketball and stop trying to be the hero. You got 4 other guys on your squad that needs the ball to be fed to them. You jacking up shots like you damn Michael Jordan is not going to work. And this is why I said my shorts, ISO basketball doesn't win you championships. Team basketball works. Look at the past 10 champions. In the past 25 years, look at the past 10 championships or 10 champions. You have the Lakers, the Heat, the Spurs, the Rockets, the Bucks, the Nuggets. What do they all have in common? They played selfish basketball. They played as a team. The Pacers play as a team. Halliburton can go out there and have a worst game of his career, but you know what? He's gonna do other things. He's gonna dish it out. He's gonna do rebounds. He's gonna grab rebounds. He's gonna dish out assists. How many assists did he have yesterday? 8. How many did Brunson have? 5. This is the reason why I said the Knicks are going to lose the series. All you got to do is just dribble the clock out. Dribble the clock out. What's the first thing they do? They panic. Because they know that the refs are not going to call the ball. It's not going to blow the whistle. These players are not used to that. Probably in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, yeah. Hell yeah. But in today's era, no. I go back when James Harden used to get freebies from the free throw line. Up foul. Players Association was outrageous. They to that. Like, how are we supposed to guard him? How are we supposed to block him? So what do? They swallow the whistle. And I think that's why the Knicks panicked. Because they knew that they get fouled, they wasn't going to call it. They was just going to let him play out. Because one thing you don't want to do is have the officials decide the game, right? That's what you always say. Let them play. But as soon as they play, oh, they want to foul. For one thing, I agree with the refs. In my opinion, I will never blame a referee. Because his job is 10 times harder than yours. You can't be in a referee's shoes and think that you can blow every possession. Up foul. If that was the case, they would have replaced them all with robots. And that would have made the game really boring. Like, you know how, you remember when the NFL had replacement refs? Yeah, I remember the year, right? The referees took a strike. They went on strike. And they had a whole bunch of officials who never officiated at a high level officiate a damn football game. I think it was Sunday night. I think it was against the Packers and the Seahawks. And I guess it was like at the end of the third quarter, or at the end of the second quarter, or at the end of the game. One of the Seahawks defenders picked it off, but the other referee waved it and said it was a touchdown, which clearly the dude intercepted the ball, but one ref was looking at the other ref, and then he put his hands up and said touchdown. Like, that's what you want for the NBA? You want a whole bunch of unexperienced coaches, unexperienced refs to officiate a high experience game, a high level intensity game like that? Like, think about a referee from G League or high school or middle school officiating a game of this magnitude. He would melt down. He would call every whistle. He will blow every whistle, every possession. Up foul, up foul, up foul, foul. Trust me, the referees know what they're doing. Okay? Stop blaming the refs. Because like I said, their job is more important than you think. I mean, people think, oh, the referee's job is just to blow. No, the referees have to see where the contact is, how much contact, like too little contact, too much contact, not enough contact. You know what I'm saying? They have to check for flagrant. Like, is it a flagrant 1 or flagrant 2? Like, what are we talking here? You know, is it malicious? Is it by accident? Like, all this stuff, you know, and they don't just go out there and put on the stripes and blow the whistles. They actually have to study just like the games, just like the players do. Because I was watching Steve Smith, former wide receiver for the Panthers, and he was basically going undercover as a referee and seeing how the referees like go day to day planning on how they're going to officiate the game. And as Steve Smith, like, he had a whole nother different respect for referees because he didn't think like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, you have to go through a lot just like I have to go through a lot. And then he said exactly, and the referee said exactly, we go to a meeting we have meetings, just like you have meetings with your wide receiver head coach. You know, we have an empire just like y'all have an empire. So it's basically, you know, we're learning from each other, you know. Like, are we going to get every call right? No. And I think sometimes that's the beauty of it. Because winning is addictive. When you win too much, sometimes it's not a good thing. Now, I know you want to win all the time, but sometimes losing betters yourself, betters you in the long run. Like, look at the Warriors. A lot of people were tired of the Warriors. A lot of people were tired of the Lakers. A lot of people were tired of the Bulls winning all the dang time. Now that we got a fresh crop of new teams in the NBA playoffs, a lot of people are still complaining. Oh, the Lakers, oh, this, oh, that, you know, that the Lakers was ever going to win anything. Let's be honest. No center, out of shape Luka, 40-year-old LeBron, like, come on. So, I say this just to say this. Brunson, please play like a point guard. I know you're not a point guard. You're more of a shooting guard, playing point guard. But please play as a point guard. I don't care if you have to go out there and dish out 21 assists. Do it. Because the more you jack up shots, that's 30 points going the other way, if you do the math. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That's 28 points going the other way. If you jacking up shots and making the wrong decisions and playing hero ball, that's 28 points going the other way. So if I were you, you can score. I'm not saying not for you not to score, but score when you need to. That's why you have other teammates. It's not you versus them. It's them versus all of y'all. Trust Cat, trust OG, trust Mikal, trust Hart, trust Mitch. Knicks have trust issues. Trust issues. I know I'm saying trust wrong, but trust issues. Like, they have trust issues. They don't know how to trust one another. And what I told you, did not say that if Mikal and OG have bad games, which they didn't, but they both scored 16 points. But again, that's not enough. You look at the Pacers, everybody was in double figures. The only one who actually showed up was somewhat Josh. No, Josh had 12 points, I think. Yeah, Josh had 10 rebounds, 12 assists. No, Josh had 12 rebounds, 6 assists, and 10 points. Brunson scored 43 points and wasn't enough. Cat, I think he had like around the 30s or the 20s. That wasn't enough. Those two guys have to step up. Those two guys have to step up. And I said that in my shorts, and look what happened. They didn't show up. OG didn't score in the first 2 quarters. It took him the 3rd and 4th quarter for him to get going. Can't have that. So we'll see tomorrow, but those two guys have to step up. Because look what the bench gave you yesterday. Nothing. I mean, you got T.J. McConnell going crazy. You got Nemhart going crazy. I'm done. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know what to talk to you. I'm done.